on this Friday, the 26th. Hope you guys are doing well, and hope you're ready to end the week working hard. You have nothing to turn in today. Income, please, for pre-calculus. We have test corrections, Brian, and page 114, 1 through 73, Shin. Now, guys, these must be turned in today, or they will become permanent zeros. If you have any questions, contact me. I'm pretty easy to work with, but I've got to hear from you, okay? Today we're going to be taking a quiz and continuing to work on yesterday's homework. I already gave you the information for your homework yesterday, so if you need that again, please view yesterday's intro video, okay? But yesterday I gave you the homework and the help video. Okay, at this time let's go over your quiz. Now remember, if you are in the room, then you take the quiz. Abby, I emailed your quiz to Miss Walker, so you can ask her to send yours to the office. You can walk down there and pick it up, okay? None of my children are at school today, and that's why I did not send the quiz with them for you, Abby, okay? Alright, Mrs. Stewart, I need a favor from you concerning the Honor Society trip, and maybe, Mrs. Stewart, you might want to do this right now. Maybe you can pause the video and ask each student, and then tell me who's not there, but I really need to know who's going on the Honor Society trip next week. Because I know most of the pre-cal students, if not all of the pre-cal students, are in the Honor Society. And so I need to know if they're not, if everybody's gone but one student, then I'm not going to have class for 2 or 3 days, okay? Abby, I need you to email me, and I believe you're in the Honor Society trip. I know Blake's going. Abby, I need to know if you're going. So, Mrs. Stewart, could you please do that? Take a vote, and then email me the results. Thank you. Okay, let's go over your quiz. Now, at this time, please pause the video, pass out the quizzes, and once everybody has one, then restart the video. Okay, number 1, you're just going to find the inverse of that function. Number 2, take the function given in number 1 and take your answer. So you have 2 functions, and then in number 2, in the space below number 2, use composition of functions to prove that the 2 functions are inverses of each other. Number 3, does that table of values, does the function that corresponds to that table of value have an inverse function? So does the function of that table of values have an inverse function? Number 4, does this graph have an inverse function? And then number 5, I've given you f of x, I've given you g of x. I want you to find the composition of g inverse of f inverse of -4. In other words, find the inverse functions for both of those, then find their composition, and then find, evaluate that function at -4. And by the way, the first function there, number 5, f of x equals 1/8 x minus 3. It almost looks like x is in the denominator. It's not. It's just like this. It's 1/8 and then x minus 3. So 1/8 is a coefficient of the x. 1/8 x minus 3. Okay, that's what the function in number 5 is supposed to look like. Alright, okay guys, that's all for today. Please get started on your quizzes and then homework. Remember, it's due Monday. Have a great weekend. Contact me if you have any questions.